What's up, my beautiful community? I am starting a new series. It's going to be called Finding My Way. This is a server that I'm building, but I'm doing this in survival with the main area being made in survival. Blase, 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 yada, 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 yada. If you do, however, enjoy this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. This is Chapter 1, Mist of Nature. But first, we're gonna have a little word from our sponsor. Click my link or use my code and get 10 free meals. There's something to satisfy your big back. HelloFresh is actually really convenient. A really reliable source of you always having food in your fridge. You know, I know a couple of y'all don't want to go shopping. I mean, I'm no exception. I'd rather my food come to me. This is a limited time offer. It's one free item per box with active subscription. You get your free meals as a discount when you're first ordering, so when you use my code, you will see a price drop. Get it while you can, because I'm not going to be sponsored by them forever, so yeah, you better hurry up and get that food. As I dropped back into the world, I realized very quickly that I forgot to take off a mod that I removed off of my client, and it was still on my server. So this guy is invisible, hitting me. For some odd reason, I don't know why, but I thought it was a good idea to actually try to challenge him, and he one-pumped me. As you can see, I did already have some armor in. I had one weapon to begin with, but like that comes with the server and a starter kit. My issue is that parkour kept trying to register these limitations and it wouldn't register, and that's what led to me losing a lot of footage because a lot of the times it was just very unplayable. So I had to find a way to fix this thing, and it was just breaking my freaking brain to try to make this like somewhat work. You're probably thinking that this is just excuses, but it's not. At the same time, I had to keep playing because if I didn't, then the mobs would have gotten a way too high a level for me to even be able to kill a single one. The longer that you play on this server, the more that the mobs level, and the further that you go from the world border center, the stronger that they get, and the deeper that you go into caves, the stronger they get. So, not to mention, while going through the issues, the freaking bandits started spawn killing me.
In danger.
Oh my god. I was trying desperately to escape, and they wouldn't let me leave. I got eliminated a total of 5 continuous times, and this is the furthest that I've gotten away from them, and I still died. I closed the server, came back on after fixing the situations. I had like 600 mods and it went down to 500. And I noticed that I was standing beside a creeper when I was in my inventory and he wasn't doing anything. So I went to check it out and he just wouldn't blow up. So I don't know what this was, but I was taking the opportunity to kill me a creeper. After eliminating the creeper, I got some things from Malin, but I also got a really cool creeper head in my inventory, which I didn't show here. The starter objective was to get this golden leaf, and to be honest, I got in my mind that I was needing brilliant fibers just to get the leaf when that just wasn't true. So I was just hard grinding trying to get an iron pickaxe for no reason, but for a reason, if that makes sense. I wound up stumbling upon a very interesting skeleton, and let's just say he didn't have a good day. After turning him into bone meal, he actually gave me a crown. Got me feeling like Kendrick Lamar out here.
Say, Drake, I hear you like I'm young.
I got into a very unwanted fight going back to my base, and I had to run because my stomach was in my... But I tried to eat a piece of flesh, and that was my last meal.
Hello there.
After that, multiple times I've gotten put in my place trying to go back and get my loot, and they just would not let me go get my loot. I was in agony, but then I finally got away and I almost unalived myself.
Oh my god!
That was scary.
No.
After finding my way out of that death pit, I finally went and found my grave. Now, this may look like I'm playing on hard mode, but I'm not. I'm actually playing on freaking easy. By default, I'm always at a disadvantage because of the fact that there is mods that increase their difficulty, but in addition, I have the Origins mod, and I am using the High Elf class. In the High Elf class, I take more physical damage, but I take less magical damage. I couldn't even tell you what the other mod is that raises the difficulty to this extent, because I am getting chased down from 30 miles away by freaking mobs. Like, they're just literally knocking on my door like, come outside, bro, we gotta talk.
And I started with a sword.
As the day turned to night, I rushed back to my base as fast as I could so I can get in bed. When it actually lets me in it, of course. I didn't get much sleep last night. I grinded out some levels and quickly came back to the base because I remembered this area where a creeper got very mad at me and blew up. I was gonna turn this into a mine. I had this great idea to turn this into a really flushed mine, and it's going to be beautiful. And some of this footage you see me playing without shaders on, and that's because I was trying to weed out any issues that I was having to make this be a stable environment. I really got overly carried away with this mine to where I was on a 11-hour plus stream. Eventually I ran into diamonds, but the problem is that my pickaxe cannot get these diamonds, and I didn't know that.
Can I actually mine this with this? I can. I didn't get a diamond. No way, wait. I didn't get a diamond, I'm cooked. Oh no.
After eventually sucking it up, I kept digging down and I found Kivy. I don't know really what this does, but I kept the block, of course. I don't know what it does. It might be useful, but it does look very good to be a decorative block. So I kept digging down and I found a huge vein of diorite, and it was like diorite heaven. After working like a slave in the caves, I finally decided it was time for some sunlight, and I found this very nice building from Farmer's Delight, and it has a lot of stuff here. I decided I'm gonna call this area Farmer Joe's. I took this stuff, of course, because I'm playing survival. I need the materials, but I'm going to put this stuff back here, and it's going to be an NPC area for everybody on the server when I release it. But currently, while I'm playing on survival, I'm not going to do that because we're not cheating through this. In addition of doing it this way, it actually gives me a more in-depth feel of what the items are and the mods that I put in here, and I can actually shape things up, remove items, add items, etc, etc. It helps this be a more smooth transition into a live server. I found some good things inside this chest, but I had to take things out of my inventory and put them into the chest so I can take what was in this whole area and take it back home, and I'll have to come back for my loot that I set into this chest. I accepted the fact that it was just going to be way too hard for me to avoid death. I just went and added a mod that helped me get back to my loot easier, because that was just a pain in my rectum to go all the way back from 500 miles away and try to get my loot with no loot. It was just a pain in the butt. It's not Epic Fight compatible, as you can see. It doesn't show the astral form, but when I go into the default Minecraft mode, it shows the astral form, and I'm running as fast. It gives you feather fall, it gives you speed. For some odd reason, it doesn't give you infinite stamina, but I mean, that's fine also, because of the fact that if it gave you infinite stamina, then you're running that fast on a server, it could make things really laggy. So you running out of stamina could be really useful. When you finally get back to your loot, there's going to be this little blue thing behind your grave or anywhere around your grave, and you can break it and it will give you 2 buffs. One for continuous regeneration and another for, I don't know, what is that, speed?
I wandered off again aimlessly because I was still trying to find iron so I can make a pickaxe. I wound up finding this little area. It had bread for me, it had carrots, it had some food for me. So of course I looted everything, and mobs started bothering me while I was trying to eat.
Can't seem to get a peaceful meal around here.
That was all the footage that I had for day 1 though. I don't even know if I went home and got into bed. I don't have any footage of me going home, and oh god, I might be in trouble when I log back on. But yeah.
Mist of Nature, day 2. All right, this day I was more so obsessed with trying to find a cow. I needed a cow to, one, make a backpack because I kept seeing a big issue in my storage capacity, and not to mention that I need leather so I can actually repair my items, and a lot of my items were just straight up unusable. All right, bro, I gotta find a cow. Some way, somehow, I gotta find a cow. I'm not gonna lie, I need to find a cow. Like, my armor is not fixing up at all. Like, look at this. It's not defending me anymore. Negative 100, bro? What the f? It's gonna take some time to fix that. I'm out. Come on, let me up. Come, bro, parkour is pissing me off, bro. There's no way. What is this? That, oh my god. Oh my god. Bro, look at my health up on one swing. I don't even know, bro. You gotta tell me.
Yes, I found leather. Thank you, bro. God dang. You know how long I've been looking for leather? I finally found leather. But the issue is that leather doesn't really fill up the repair kit that much. It only filled up, the amount of leather that I found only filled up my repair kit up to 50. And it has a cap of 300, I think, with this repair kit that I have. If I get a better repair kit, it repairs faster and it blah blah blah. Yeah. Y'all get where I'm going with this, right? But I only had leather enough to get up to 50, and that's from searching this whole POI. I found numerous of other POIs. I couldn't really go into them because I'm not strong enough, one. And two, wait, pause. Okay, we're going to show those POIs in the next episode, okay? I promise. I don't have a backpack. Like, I needed a backpack, and I used all my leather on my repair kits. Yeah, I was just kind of cooked there. I don't know why I used all my leather on my repair kits. Honestly, this day, I didn't find a single cow. I also wound up finding some everlasting beef. Now, this item is going to be a little bit too OP, I feel like. So what I'm doing is I'm going to make a drop from the wither with a 0.001% chance of dropping. While I was on my adventure, I ran into this violet flower field, and this biome is just amazing. I've never seen this biome. But honestly, this day really consisted of me just hunting, looking for cows, which I never found any cows. Sadly, I got no leather from cows. I only got leather from chest. I was going to add a cinematic here about me making the bridge, but the issue with that is that I was trying to use the replay mod, and the replay mod for 1.20.1 is just straight up broken all around. Every download for 1.21 is straight broken, and it's annoying as crap. So I have to find a different mod to even be able to make some kind of cinematics. So hopefully I can manage to wrap my brain around command camera. I think that's what it was called again. Yeah, command cam. And I will be able to add some cinematics because this replay mod is just trash. I tried multiple different versions and it just wouldn't work. This version, the camera kept facing the opposite direction and would never turn to where I was actually trying to look. And this is the version that I'm using from the original creator. I just used it with Sinatra connector. The ported version for Forge just simply wouldn't even start on the game at all. It would just crash. But yeah, here's me making the bridge. I had to start from this side. I was thinking about making it wider than what I actually did in this footage, because I was thinking of like a little pattern that I was going to do. And this bridge is being made because of the fact that I keep seeing myself having to go across here a lot. Yeah, the bridge isn't done. This was a 3-hour stream and I did not complete the bridge. Before you start shaming me, I've had numerous of deaths just trying to find freaking cows. Inconveniently, I was strolling through the woods and a skeleton decided to stiff arm me with a bow straight to the head. Out of where? I don't know where it came from. It came out of nowhere. The fact that that skeleton's homie had the audacity to come pick my head up and put it on. He just picked up my head and put it on, bro. He just killed me, picked up my head, and put it on. I just got one shot. With the spare time that I had after that death, I took the time to actually learn my origin more. High elves are notoriously arrogant, though undeniably talented. Elemental magics course strongly through their blood, though they are weaker with weaponry. High elves are slimmer and slightly taller than the average human. High elves are powerful and clever manipulators of arcane energy. They deal more magic damage and take less magic damage than other races. A high elf is not built for hand-to-hand combat. They are much more susceptible to physical damage and have less health. High elves are slowed by wearing heavy armor and have less health by default. The heavy armor burden can be reverted with an enchantment. High elves naturally have more mana than other races and can channel the power of their elders to regenerate mana quickly. By holding different items, high elves can channel the object's energy to unleash various magics. The first ability is Glacial Step. Hold an ice block to manipulate the entropy. Am I being troll right now? What is that word? Of water molecules, allowing you to walk as if you had Frostwalker. The second ability is Extrusive Movement. Hold obsidian to channel the flow of heat and walk freely on smoldering lava. The third ability is Instant Cure. Right click a villager with a golden apple to directly channel its healing energy without needing to weaken them. The fourth ability is going to be most of your favorites. Void Warp. Press Ctrl E while holding an ender pearl to rip through the fabric of reality and teleport yourself directly where you're looking, up to 50 blocks away. The fifth ability is Blazing Breath. Press Ctrl E while holding coal in either hand to shoot forth a weak cone of flame, or hold Blaze Powder instead to shoot forth a moderate cone of flame. This scales with your fire spell power. The sixth ability is Ebon Breath. Press Ctrl E while holding a bottled dragon's breath in either hand to shoot forth a cone of strong magical flame. This scales with fire and arcane or ender spell power. I mean, at least we now finally know more about our origin. I did not read all of that before I clicked this, and now I know more that I kind of screwed up because I don't like this class, but I'm stuck with it. It's fine. Mistakes happen. This is my alt account. It's perfectly fine. I mean, sure, yes, I could re-roll my origin and get a different origin, but that would just defeat the purpose of challenging myself and doing this series. It would just be basically me cheating my way out of the dog circumstances that every origin is going to be put through. Anyways, this has been the most edited video I have done in a very long time, and this video has taken me 4 freaking days.
You better have liked it.
I'll see y'all in the next episode.